welcome everyone to the 4K Lowdown presents By the Numbers. This is episode 7. We're going to talk about some new releases, and we're going to hit Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, out in the theaters now. I'm your host, David, and my co-host is
Rich, aka Turner Fan 77.
Rich. How you doing, brother?
All right, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man.
Glad to hear that.
I was talking to you before the show, and yeah, we're expecting some snow here in California, and it's kind of a little odd, but yeah, people are freaking out like Chicken Little, like the sky's gonna fall, and everybody's buying up all the toilet paper and stuff. It's like COVID again. Thinking that they're not going to be going here, but yeah, we're expecting 14 inches of snow, but over the next 5 days. And I'm like, okay, so what? That's maybe 3 inches a day.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at the weather, and it's going to snow overnight and then warm up in the day and rain and just wash all that snow out. I said, it's not going to stick for very long. I said, we'll have snow overnight and probably first thing in the morning. We're just going to, watch out for the roads and stuff. And I mean, you pretty much almost have to have a 4-wheel drive up here anyway to live where I'm at. But it's just weird how people are just freaking out on Facebook about, oh my God, it's going to snow. And there are pictures of it, the news report saying, 14 inches expected. And I'm like, all right, let me do some research on this. And sure enough, yeah. But I did pull enough wood in for like 3 good days of having my wood furnace going. So
that's good.
So that's good. I'm going to keep my house warm, keep my daughter and my granddaughter warm. So that's the important thing.
Yeah.
But I got to say, before we get started, who should jump on early this time? But our buddy Mike, Pure Talent, is actually on time, because early means you're on time.
Yeah, man. That's good. I'm surprised.
Bro, thank you so much for being here.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. And I also got another visitor, first time on here, Rochelle Renee Garcia. Nice to be able to meeting with you all. Love Searcher Clade since day 1 of this movie. Good. Awesome. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah,
recently followed me on Instagram. So thank you so much, Rochelle, for doing that.
Awesome.
It was awesome. And she basically repeated it like 4 times. So I'm not going to show it every time, but she was really excited about that. Mike says we got an echo on your end, Rich. And he's kind of seeing that, but it's we had that problem a couple weeks ago, and it tended to resolve itself before the show started. So we're hoping it's going to like clear itself up. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Got to support the boys. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
All right. So we got some movies to watch.
Yeah, we did.
And one of the ones, because we took Blood and we moved it to this week because I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did get a chance to finish it. I did not get a chance to see Emancipation. We were going to take a look at that, but I do not have my Apple TV Plus account set up yet. So we're going to push that to next week. But we did watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, in the theater, both of us, this past weekend. And so we're going to talk about that, but we're going to save that one for last.
Yeah, let's do that.
So first, let's talk about, and I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit, brother. And I hope you understand that, I was like, okay, I've been sitting here rattling off our numbers, like cast for both this and, cinematography for both this. I don't think we're going to do that this time. This time, let's actually talk about the movie, what we liked, what we disliked. And I'm going to bring up our highest score and our lowest score and kind of talk about why.
Okay. Yeah,
and then just give it our final score. You guys should know by now how we do it. We take 10 aspects of the movie, we score each on a 1 to 10 scale, and then we add them all up to get the total score of the movie out of 100. That way we can be as objective as possible while still, saying whether we liked or didn't like the movie. So I hope that works. I think it'll tighten up our time a little bit better.
I agree.
But it was kind of feeling like we'd go to the numbers and then that would be kind of it. And I felt kind of robotic just kind of going through the numbers. So let's get a little bit more personal with the movie and see how that works. And if you guys in the comments, if you'd rather us do all the scores like we've done in the past, let us know. Or if you like it this way, let us know. That way we can kind of, change our program a little bit, make it a little bit tighter. I'm looking for,
suggestions
for everybody to enjoy what we're doing instead of, I don't want it to feel like we're just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, we try to do 5 movies a week, and let's just go ahead and jump right into Blood, because we were going to do that last week. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did finish it, and I don't know. I liked it.
I liked it too.
I think it's more genre based. I think this plays really well as like a thriller or horror movie, as opposed to how we're scoring it based on it appealing to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's going to score well, as for everyone. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but those that are horror movie fans or like thrillers of this nature, as we kind of talk about it, I think might get an idea of what's going on, and judge whether they think it'll be a good movie or not. But I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it.
Before we get going, we just have to say, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
my phone just went off. And I got a notification. On my phone about podcasts. Again.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? That's interesting that your phone went off about that, because our live stream is actually put on podcast. The audio portion of this, there's a company called Anchor, and they take the audio portion of our live stream and put it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music for free. And they sponsor us. So they find us other sponsors as we get more listeners. So if you guys, are on your way to work or something like that, definitely check out our podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. The more listens we get there, the more sponsors the 4K Lowdown will get for future stuff. So we can actually start making money eventually. Right now, not making anything, but
fingers crossed.
Sooner or later, hopefully the shoe will drop and people will go, oh, wow, the 4K Lowdown has got to be the greatest review site ever. And that's what I'm hoping for. So, greatest podcast for critics.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, Anchor is the place to do that. And you guys can go to Anchor and set up for free. If you want to do a podcast, you can do all that for free. They'll get you onto Spotify and any other sites like Breaker, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Radio Public, Breaker, all these stuff. They'll multicast you on so many podcast sites for you for free.
Yeah, it's a great service, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, check out the 4K Lowdown on Spotify and give us a follow. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, please do. We'd really, really appreciate it. And now that the begging is out of the way, before we get to the movies, we will not be talking spoilers. This is spoiler free. No. Just so people that haven't seen these movies, we don't want to spoil them for you.
Right.
So let's jump back into it.
That is absolutely correct. Let's jump into it. So we're talking about Blood, and what I want to do. So I'm gonna all right. I just got my wife just stuck her tongue out at me. So
better than her finger.
So Voodoo, yeah. Well, and I've had that too. So voodoo.com, which it's where we watch this movie. It's available online. I think it's available on Voodoo, Amazon, and one other place. I can't remember which one.
iTunes.
Yes, I think it's iTunes. And it is a cost, but on Vudu you can rent it for $6.99 or buy it for $9.99. The synopsis reads: after her marriage breaks up, Jess moves her 2 children back to her childhood home, where their lives quickly deteriorate into terror after the family dog bites her son, giving him a horrific infection. Jess's morals are tested when the only cure is to keep her son alive proves deadly. So when I saw that and I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. I'm in.
Well, the trailer got me. I was like, I want to see this. I want to see this.
Yeah, the trailer got me. I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure this out. And you think, it's labeled as a drama / horror on Vudu. Yeah, Anchor rules. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you guys do use it for Something Awesome. So, yeah, you guys that are listening, Something Awesome is another place to check out on Spotify. Give them a follow too. But with Blood, it was interesting. Now, it started out slow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did a little bit more character development than I wanted. But once it got rolling into what was actually happening, I really enjoyed it. It had some intensity. It had some good scary parts.
It did.
And I liked how it ended.
Yeah, the ending was great. I was like, oh, I didn't see that happen. How it ended.
Right.
Which I liked. Because I don't want to be paid by numbers. But
no, and that's probably my favorite thing about it.
How do you say your last name? Michelle. I can't say
it. The star, yeah, Michelle Moynihan.
Yeah, she did a really good job in this.
Yeah.
I
didn't mind the kids in here either.
That
boy, I thought the kids did a pretty good job. What's that?
That boy was creepy.
The boy was creepy. He was supposed to be creepy.
Yeah, he did a good job.
But the daughter was kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I didn't really like Skeet Ulrich in it. He really didn't have much of a
overrated actor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was good in Scream, but I haven't really liked much that he's done since. And and here he's the dad, and
he's a jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk. But it's big, they're divorced and big custody thing, and stuff like that. But not to take away from the actual plot, the actual storyline of what's going on. But it was interesting. There were a couple of decisions that the director made that I didn't agree with. There were some things with the cinematography that I didn't agree with. But let's get to your scores. Now, you really loved the plot. The trailer you gave a 9.
Mm-hmm. I really did.
But the story you gave a 10. You gave a 10 to the story. What was it you liked about the story?
I guess it was I'm sorry, the echoes really bothered me for a minute.
Dang it, it's still going, huh? Usually it shuts itself off by now.
Yeah. The mom trying to terms what the hell's happening to her son, and doing what she can, because we're all parents. Most of us are parents. And I think we would do anything to make sure our kids are safe. And I like the creepiness of what happened to. It's in the trailer. Can I say what happened to the boy?
I don't know. Well, some people don't like to watch the trailer, so let's keep it to a minimum. So
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, but it does say in the synopsis that the boy gets bitten by a dog and there's a crazy infection.
He got bitten by the dog.
So I read that from the synopsis, and so if you go to Vudu, it's right there. So yeah,
I like that part.
Family dog bites him, some kind of infection,
but something happens to the dog.
Yeah,
and I was like, I like the mystery of that, and I like the look of the boy when he's craving stuff. Yeah, I dug that. I dug that.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole dealing with the infection, that was that was pretty weird.
That's the way. That's what I think.
Yeah.
The infection part.
How he was trying to cope, and how the mother was trying to cope, and how the sister was trying to deal with it.
And she was basically the parent out of the three of them.
Well, yeah. And so, and she didn't know everything that was going on until later on. So and you gave, I
have to pull up my scores here.
Now I gave my highest score was the ending. I gave a 9 to the ending. And my thing was with the ending, I loved how it ended, but I also love that little bit at the end. I'm going to say it's a post-credit scene. There's a little post-credit scene at the end with her and her new dog. Did you see this?
No, I stopped it.
There's a post-credit scene, brother. You got to go back and you got to watch the post-credit scene. So there's a post-credit scene that kind of leads you to believe that it might be open-ended, that it might not be over. And I dug that. I didn't expect that with this type of movie. I expected just a low budget end, finished. I also liked how it ended because I didn't expect it to end the way it did. It wasn't your typical Hollywood style ending. So I really enjoyed that. Something that was off script for me. That I was like, okay, I was expecting, okay, everybody's gonna be happy. No, nobody was happy. But I enjoyed that. There was a great change of pace.
There's part of me why I didn't give it a great score for the ratings. I wanted to see what caused all this.
Yeah.
I knew it's hinted.
Yeah, it's hinted. And then of course there's the whole thing that happens toward the end. But I don't know. I kind of like that mystery too.
Well, I like the mystery of it too, but
I like the mystery of it too. I was a little torn, but I gave props to the ending because it wasn't what I expected it to be. And I think that was my favorite part. Also, we were both too. It is kind of brutal. And we both gave the wild card and I think we both labeled it kind of thriller horror-ish. We both gave it an 8. For the wild card. And I think that's justifiable. It does start out as more of a drama. And you're thinking it's more of it's a custody thing and things are going on. And that kind of lulls you into a false sense of security. And then the shit hits the fan and you're dealing with this. So I really kind of liked it. Now, unfortunately, we're looking at that, it didn't do anything in the box office. It's, globally it made 216,000 in the box office. I couldn't find anything for a budget on it. IMDb gave this a 5.3. So they kind of shit on it a little bit. I think rightfully so. As a regular movie, it's probably meh. It's probably kind of a mid-range thing. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 56%, audience score 58%. So they're all kind of right around there. Now, you gave this movie a total of 69, and I gave it a 68. So our average score is 68.5. So we're about 10 points higher, or on a scale of 1 to 10, we're 1 point higher than those guys. And I think that's about right.
I agree.
Because we're looking at it from a different side. And we're looking at all aspects of the movie. If you're just looking at it for the cinematography or the direction or something like that, it's passable. But if you see the forest through the trees and get right. Thank you. I'm here all week. If you see the forest through the trees, and you kind of just follow the story, and just put yourself in the mother's place. I know it makes it all that much better for me. I came in with really low expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's not a great movie by any means, but if it comes out on physical, I'd buy it. Yeah. I'd see it again
for a cheap price. I wouldn't pay.
No, I'd go under 10. Under 10, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I think I paid $7.99 for the digital.
Yeah, it's $9.99 right now, and I think it was on sale. Yeah, when you bought it, but it's worth it. I'd watch it again. Yeah, it definitely don't have anything to watch, and you don't want to spend the money. Rent it. You know, $6 or rent, $5 or $5, whatever it is. It's worth the rental. And I'll put the Voodoo link on there if you guys want to see it. Good idea. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out on Voodoo, there it is. Links there. But like I said, yeah, you can also get it on, I think it's $5.99 to rent on Prime, or you can get it on iTunes, probably around the same price. $6.99, $10.99, $9.99, something like that. But we both watched it on Voodoo. We enjoyed it. It's worth a watch, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's more catered to horror movie fans than it is anybody else.
Yeah, but it's more horror instead of the general audience.
Yeah.
Don't you like Dave's Small Cup?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing curls at the same time, so I'm down to just 1 cup a day.
That's probably the cup the two girls needed.
Yeah, it's only 44 ounces. It's fine. All right. So yeah, I think that was a good start. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump ahead and let's talk about Aftersun.
Now this is Oscar nominated movie.
Yes, for Best Actor.
Best Actor.
Yeah, Paul Mescal was nominated for Best Actor. And this is why we went to watch it, because we try to catch the Oscar nominated movies, trying to watch as many as we can, and then see how close we are, how many points we get, from our predictions, how many we get right. And I'm really interested, because I don't know if you got to see the BAFTA awards and you saw the winners of the BAFTA awards.
I did.
Did you get a chance? Yeah. So it's interesting because they talk about the BAFTA awards are kind of a cue in to.
See, I disagree with that. Because
I kind of disagreed too, because it was Banshees and All Quiet on the Western Front were like taking everything.
That movie is more of a European movie, and that BAFTA's a European. Yeah. I mean, that's not going to resonate. Yeah, it's a great film. I'm not taking anything away from that.
Yeah,
but I think that's not going to resonate like it does for European audiences.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it was interesting because at the BAFTA awards, All Quiet on the Western Front actually won for Best Film.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't think so. I was like, I thought Banshees would beat it, but All Quiet on the Western Front won, and also won for foreign film. So now I'm wondering about the Oscar. I wonder how that's gonna come through.
I don't think it's gonna play much. Just because.
But it's interesting because I was told that was the shoe in. Whoever won the BAFTA award would be a shoe in for the Oscar. But then as I'm watching it, as I'm going through it, I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm not seeing that, because it really, kind of picked like it was a 2-horse race all the way through. Austin Butler won for Best Actor. Yeah. And that was a surprise for me. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought for sure Colin Farrell would take it for the BAFTA award. So now, that one I'm wondering about the Oscar. I really want Brendan Fraser to get it, though.
I think music over there resonates different again with America.
Hey, we got Dell on. What's up, Dell? You didn't miss much. We talked about blood and
not our blood.
Score. So yeah, if you want to go back and check the replay. But we're getting ready to talk about Aftersun right now, which, you know, when you first mentioned it to me, I was like, are we talking about putting aloe on, or what is this about? I don't understand. I didn't know anything about it. And then, you know, once I found out that it was nominated, okay, now I understand. I get it. So I went and watched this, and you know,
this movie for me, I was gonna put it on Front Street. When I went through my divorce, I had bad depression. And
okay.
I don't know if I've told you this, but there was a time. It was real for me. Dude, I thought about ending it.
Okay.
So this movie really,
yeah, no, you didn't tell me about this.
Really hit with me. So I was like, oh man, this movie. I liked this movie. Yeah, it's a small indie.
It's a really small indie film.
Yeah.
As you said, Del, it's the blockbusters are rewarded by making the money, and it's these small indie films that don't do much that actually get the Oscars. And that kind of resonated with me a little bit. I wasn't, you know, I'm not happy about it because I'd rather get the movies that I like to be nominated, but I kind of get it a little bit more after you explain that. And we got our buddy Tony. What's up, Tony?
How you doing, man?
It's good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. So anyway, Aftersun, and you know, I have not gone through a divorce. I've been married to the same person for almost 29 years.
Awesome. That's congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. We're doing something special for our 30th, but it'll probably involve taking a nap at some point because just too old. Can't handle it anymore. But anyway, so yeah, there were some things because I was raised by a single parent and my mother, because my mother and father were divorced. So I kind of associated with the child a little bit. That kind of hit home for me a little bit, to where understanding the depression and the stuff that my mom felt with me as a child, and I didn't understand it back then.
Right.
So it's a pretty serious movie.
It is very serious.
Love today's video of you teaching your younger self. Okay, I gotta see that. Yeah. Anyway, so let's read the synopsis for Aftersun.
Yeah.
Years after their last vacation, Sophie reflects on the rare time spent with her loving, idealistic father, attempting to reconcile the father she knew with the man that she didn't.
Yeah.
So I mean, right away, and then when I saw the trailer, I gotta say I wasn't too interested.
Yeah, I remember you texting me. Did you text me? Yeah. Like, what the hell is this?
I'm like, what are you gonna make me watch, bro? Do I need to get tissue? Am I gonna cry? Is this not? I don't think this. I want to be entertained. I don't.
Right.
Right. So, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Right now, it's available on Prime. It's available on Vudu, probably iTunes as well.
Yeah.
On Vudu to rent, it's $4.99. To buy, it's $19.99. And again, I will put the link to the Vudu in there for you guys, so you guys can.
I don't know the guy's name. Yeah, but
Paul Mescal.
He's fantastic. In this.
He was. He absolutely deserves the nomination.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt his. I felt his pain. I felt his depression, his anxiety. The way he was really interesting, and it, like I said, it resonated with me from the child's eyes.
Yeah. The way he tried to hide it.
He tried to, he tried to keep it from her, and she was, she was trying to do stuff. And I kind of get, Tony needs to watch Aftersun. You should. It's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
This is something that, and like I do this with most Oscar nominated movies, is it's worth a one-time watch, but it's not something I would buy. This is not something that I would watch again.
I think I agree with you on this one. As much as I liked it, I don't think I need to go back there. You know what I mean?
I don't need that.
Yeah.
There was a movie, and surprisingly, I liked it, and I don't know why, but The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh yeah.
Was something that I really liked. I didn't expect to like it. I actually cried in that one. It actually made me sad. It actually tear-jerked me. It was good, but I won't watch it again. I own that. I blind bought it because my son was like, "Oh, Dad, you got to get this movie. It's so good." And it was $7.99 on Blu-ray. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it." I grabbed it. I watched it. I cried. I called my son, "You bastard! How dare you make me watch that movie?" But it was so good. It was like what you did to me with Clerks 3, because I was like, I hate Clerks. I can't stand this. Oh my God, the ending was so fucking good. So, but now I'm like, I won't watch it again because I don't want to get through that to get to the end, but the end is worth it. But yeah, so let's take a look at what we did with Aftersun. Of course, we're both at a 10 for the acting, and I think that speaks for itself. Paul Mescal was great. The daughter was great. Yeah, I thought the daughter did an amazing job. God, what was her name?
I have no clue. She was really good.
She was really good. Frankie Corio was her name.
This is an Australian film.
This is, I think so. It says United Kingdom. United Kingdom, United States is what it says. They filmed it in 2 words that I can't pronounce and Turkey.
And that's why
I'm gonna butcher those. So yeah, I was wondering about the foreign score because I was like, it's not in a different language, but I didn't recognize any of the actors. Can't lie, I hate Fault in Our Stars with every fiber of my being. I understand, bro. I'm still mad at my son for making me watch that, but I did like it. Time to sleep. Probably had a great weekend. Look forward to seeing what Rich is watching each day. All right. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
I'm not Rich though. I'm David, but it's fine. I understand. No, I really like it when Tony can jump in for a little bit, and I know he's East Coast, so yeah, he's awesome. He's so understanding, and he's nice to everyone.
Yeah, he is. He's a gem,
even to those that don't deserve it, like me.
And me.
But and you, like us, faces for radio. But so yeah, it was really no surprise that we would go 10 for the acting.
Yeah.
Now again, here you went 10 for the story, and I completely get that.
Yeah, as I said earlier.
Yeah, and I went 9, so I was close. I was right there. You went 9 for direction.
Yeah.
And I went 8. So what was your thing about the direction? What did you like about the way it was done?
He had to pull that guy's acting, bring that guy's acting to another level. That's really why. And then the way it was shot. What I give the cinematography. I give the cinematography a 9. I love the way it looked. I love the home video style look of it. It was in the 80s, right? It was in the 80s. I love that.
Yeah, I think it was set in the 80s. Yeah. But yeah, Charlotte Wells wrote and directed it. And she won the BAFTA, right? I think she won the BAFTA for this, for like screenplay or something.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. What was it? I know she won a BAFTA award because I saw her Yeah, outstanding debut by a British writer, director, or producer.
Yeah, there's so many things that director did to put this movie together. I think worked for me really well. From the cinematography, acting, especially just the talent.
Yeah. No, I thought the girl did a good job. Now, you know, and I was, you know, script, we were both at a 9. And you weren't 9 with cinematography. I went 7. I wasn't as pleased with the cinematography, but I did like it. But I really enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the soundtrack and the score of this. So I actually gave the music a 9.
So I went 7. I'm usually hard on music. Yeah, I think it was.
Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the trailer. So I actually gave the trailer a 5. That was my lowest score. And you gave it a 6. So you weren't much more improved than that. Ending, I liked the ending, but I there was just this kind of drop off where I was just kind of like, I really wanted more of that time period. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but I don't want to talk about that, but I wanted more of that. I wanted to get like the, you know, I guess the conclusion based on the storyline. Based on the plot and the synopsis.
You could have seen it. It was all leading.
It was all leading to that. And it was just, and then I kind of wanted just, okay, give me an answer. Give me something on the other side of the equal sign.
Or did you want?
I kind of wanted. I kind of wanted her to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I was. I didn't know how to say.
Yeah, I wanted. I wanted her to, you know, basically talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I wanted. I didn't necessarily want a visual. I wanted like her thoughts.
Acknowledgement of it.
Yeah, an acknowledgement of what happened and her conclusion, what she came up with. And that's what I wanted that I didn't get. So I still gave the ending an 8. I still thought the ending was good, but I wanted just a little bit more. You went 9 and I went 8. So as we're looking at it now, IMDb gave Aftersun a 7.7. Great score.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes critics score 95.
Oh wow.
Audience score 81.
Well, how many critics score? How many?
I didn't write that down.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have that's okay. You don't have to. I'm just curious.
No, it won't take that long.
That's awfully high.
90. I think it was 211 critics reviews.
It's not too bad.
And 500 plus audience reviews.
And what was the audience again?
81.
Oh.
So
it's not high.
Yeah, it's pretty high. But you're not gonna, you know, I think we're in a good spot with this one. Now domestically in the US it made 1.5 million. And globally it made 4.2 million in the box office. So, but I couldn't find anything about a budget. I didn't think it had much of a budget.
No.
The budget was probably 5 million.
Yeah.
Because the locations they were at.
Yeah.
But you gave the score an 80. I think. Let me double check. Yeah, you gave it an 80 and I gave it a 74. So our total average score is 77.
Yeah.
But I think that's about right. I didn't care for it as much as you did, but we both thought it was good.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're right around where the audience score is.
Yeah.
Just below them. And I'm a little bit closer to what IMDb has.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys it's a depressing movie. I mean, it is.
It is. It's not something to, oh yeah, let's take the family. No, that's not. No, this is something to, And this is not something to watch on the big screen. This is something to watch on a small screen, intimate setting. You and maybe one other person, and to just kind of sit there in silence afterwards. Because that's what I did. After the movie's over, I just kind of sat there, and I was collecting my thoughts as I was thinking about how I was going to score this movie.
That's, to me, that's film.
Yeah. Because that's when we were like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
How do I feel about that? How do I feel about the father? How do I feel about the daughter?
Yeah.
And then I was like, would I watch this again? And that answer was no. I wouldn't watch this again. And I put that right. I call it the Schindler's List effect, to where there's just a movie that is sad enough to where you're like, I don't want to put myself there. I don't want to be in that headspace again. Because I'm being completely truthful. I did attempt suicide when I was 12. Obviously it didn't work. I apparently am no good at anything, but it was, I was being abused by my stepfather, and I thought it was a way that I could escape and get my mom to escape, because basically she was told that he would kill me if we left. And I was told that he would kill her if I told what was going on. So when I was 12 years old, I tried to hang myself, and the rope snapped.
Yeah, man.
I was unconscious for a while, but I was alone. But when I came to, I realized that was really stupid. There was no way that was going to help anybody.
But see, when you're in that state of mind, it's like the only thing.
Yeah, you can't. And I will say that was the last time I was depressed. I will not allow myself to be depressed again.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the reason why I won't watch a movie like this again. It was a great one-time watch. It is absolutely worth seeing. But this is not a place where I want my head to be.
Yeah. Since we're sharing, this is therapy time.
Therapy time.
My daughter saved my life. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had what I was gonna do, and I got a phone call. Oh shit! Sorry, man. I was gonna get emotional. I don't want to. Told me she loved me. And I was like, I can't do that to her. You know what I mean?
That's fate right there, brother. Yeah.
Sorry, I just give it that. Sorry. But yeah, let's just change subject, man.
Okay.
So this is one-time watch. If you're in an emotional state, don't watch it. I mean, yeah.
I agree with Dell.
Yeah.
And I agree with Mike. It's stuff that hits that close to home you don't want to deal with, and and I felt that way about To Leslie also, where that brought a lot of a lot of my life
connection to that one.
Yeah, I had a real close connection to that one. Because my stepdad was a major alcoholic, and I was just a little hint. I had a trust fund. I had money that I was building, because I've been working since I was 10 years old, and I've been saving money. I saved money in a bank account that I was going to save for college. And when my stepdad got, addicted to alcohol and cocaine, and started doing heroin and started gambling, he went through my trust fund, because of course he's authorized to put money in. He took all my money out, and it was gone in 3 months. Cleared my account.
It's terrible.
And there was over $6,000 in there when I was 14.
Oh man.
And he wiped it. So what the mother was doing with, with dealing with her addiction, that was so familiar to me. So that was another one where I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that again.
Yeah.
I've lived that. So I can see this definitely for you, a little bit less for me, because I could see it from the kids' angle. Dealing, because my mom was a single parent for what she raised me until I was 16, and then I moved with my dad. But yeah, let's change the subject and let's go to Strange World.
I saw this one in theaters when it came out.
Yeah, you did. And I waited for Disney Plus, and I saw it on Disney Plus, and it is out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think, or it was out last week. I think it's out tomorrow on physical. No, it's out last week. It was out last week on physical because I was gonna buy the steelbook, and I was like, for $40, no, I'm not buying the steelbook of this.
This movie's no way worth $40.
I'm so glad I didn't buy the steelbook of this.
I'm sorry, but this is just
yeah. So real life stuff you guys are allowing us to be a part of. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Let's see. What is Rochelle? Did you check out all the bonus features, extras, and included with the movie? Because I hope that you will soon eventually get all the entire merchandise collection for books, toys, etc. Are you talking about Strange World? Because I don't think I'm interested.
Yeah. I don't think this movie is very good at all. I'm just gonna put it on Front Street.
Yeah.
I
didn't care for it either. I wanted to really like it. And I was attracted to it in the beginning, and I was attracted to it because of the cast.
But I'm gonna say something about the cast. It's Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
He's not a voice actor.
Nah. Nah.
It did not work for me. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Anybody that knows me knows Jake Gyllenhaal, Tom Cruise, and now Denzel. I'm my three guys.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get it. I had to get it. It took me a little bit. Yeah, she's talking about Strange World. Now I get it. The whole thing in the beginning, I'm caught up, Rochelle. It took me a little while to kind of get what you were talking about, because you called it Searcher Clade, and that's Strange World. In the beginning, so now I'm caught up. I apologize. I'm with you now. Thank you so much for being patient with me in my old age. Because I'm going to read I'm going to read the synopsis. Walt Disney Animation Studios' original action-packed comedy adventure Strange World introduces us to 3 generations of the legendary Clade family as they attempt to band together and navigate an uncharted, treacherous land beneath their world. And I'm looking at the cast. Jake Gyllenhaal, and we both gave the cast a 10. Jake Gyllenhaal, Lucy Liu, Dennis Quaid. That's just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You're welcome to that. Appreciate what you just said in this video. Thank you. I want you to know I'm listening. It takes me a little bit to catch up, but I'm listening. I am. I'm trying. I do pay attention. Anyway, so getting back to Strange World. I don't know what it was. It seemed like it was going to check all the boxes. So my expectations were high for this.
Me too.
And I was let down.
I remember I dragged Malia to see this in the theater. And she's like, Dad, why?
Yeah. Why? What am I watching, Dad?
Right?
You should have done this. Like, no, I didn't. But yeah, I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah, okay, that seems like it'll be cute, and we'll check it out. I was hoping for, I don't know, like an Atlantis type thing, and I don't know.
It was boring.
It didn't. Well, and that's kind of the thing. What did me in was the story. I just didn't care. I just didn't care about the story. I mean, it was pretty good.
It looked great.
but yeah, visually is fun. I loved the artwork on it. But yeah, the voiceover actors, not so great. I haven't seen Strange World yet. That's part of the reason Chip got fired. Okay. He kept pushing the studio to push for more content and when it wasn't ready. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it checked all the boxes. Like I should like this movie. It's like
on paper,
it's like potato salad. I should like potato salad. I like all the ingredients in potato salad, but it makes me sick to my stomach. I can't stand potato salad. And that's what this movie reminded me of. I was like, I know I'm gonna like this movie. But I was like, okay. It just kind of, it just kind of ended like I was disappointed. Now, I mean, score-wise, I think we're gonna give it close to the same score as Blood. Because there are good aspects to it. It does check the boxes. But it's I don't think I'd watch it again. I don't know if I'd get it.
I have no desire to see this.
I mean, my 3-year-old granddaughter left the room. She was done. She didn't get 10 minutes into the movie, and she loves Ice Age right now. She is huge into Ice Age. Yeah. I put that in. We were watching it. She all of a sudden she was playing with Legos, and I was like, okay, I guess you don't want to watch the movie with Grandpa. So I finished watching the movie, and then I was like, okay, I understand why you left. I get it. I kind of wanted to, start rearranging my movie shelves, and I did. I started working on my movie shelves while I had it on last night. Just kind of, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I liked it, I guess.
The designs of
it wasn't
great. The world around that they were in looked great.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Yeah. I mean, it was like I said, it checks all the boxes, but I think it was the story. I think the story was just flat. Yeah. It really didn't. And the voice acting was just kind of. It was just kind of. I instantly knew who Dennis Quaid was, and I instantly knew Lucy Liu, and I instantly knew Jake Gyllenhaal, and I was just like, none of that. I was like, it kind of took away from the movie.
Yeah.
And this is something that we talk about with horror movies, to where it does the actor kind of take away from the movie because you recognize them too much. And I think I recognized their voices too much to where it kind of took away from the movie for me.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked it more if it were people I didn't recognize.
And I think that's why some of the early Pixar movies really work for me. It's like you don't recognize outside Tim out. What's the other dude's name?
Which dude?
Woody.
Oh, Tom Hanks?
Yeah, those are recognized. They do
right.
But they do a
Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, but they didn't take away from the movie. They it was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm listening to Lucy Liu, and I'm hoping that it's Kung Fu Panda. Because I loved Kung Fu Panda.
Way better.
Yeah, I don't know. It checked all the boxes, but it just didn't hit home for me. But yeah, like I said, we both gave the cast an 8. I mean, 10. We both gave the cinematography an 8. Like we said, the visuals on it were really good. But yeah, I had to give the story a 5.
What did I do?
And you went 6, and then you gave the music a 5, and I went 6.
Yeah.
Because I did like some of the musical score. But then wild card for an animated movie, you went 8, I went 7. So, like I said, if we're talking about any regular animated movie, this is pretty good. But for Disney, this was a miss.
It was a big.
It was a miss. It was a screen door on a submarine for me. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect not to like it. I expected to just love it. I expected it to be a 9 and that I dig it. But I was a little skeptical once you caught on the theater and you're like, bro, I don't know. And I was like, okay, now I'm a little worried. I don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah. And the fact that they were charging $40.
I was like, but you didn't like Princess Bride either. So I was like, okay, maybe it could be a Princess Bride or a Groundhog Day thing to where I'm still going to like it. And nope, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but it just wasn't what I wanted.
$40 for the steelbook.
$40 for the steelbook. And I was like, no. I wouldn't have paid $40 for the movie kicked off the start of Disney's 100th anniversary. For y'all know. Thanks. It certainly did. It
was a miss for us.
And,
it was a miss for us. And if you
like I said, all movies are subjective. This is just our opinion. Haven't seen this yet, but Gyllenhaal does a lot of acting with his facial expressions. His voice is not terribly memorable, so I can see how it doesn't translate to animation. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, right away I recognized. And that's a good point, Del. Because I didn't get any emotion from him. Yeah. I was, I was like, I knew it was Jake Gyllenhaal, but
would he have?
It could have been. It could have been Bubble Boy. I was like, I just didn't get the emotion from him. Or any of them, really. It was just kind of
because he was cast, wasn't he? Ready to jump into Tobey Maguire. Didn't know if he was going to be able to do it, and Jake Gyllenhaal was like the plan, or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know if Tobey Maguire. I think it was, but I mean, unless Tobey Maguire heard his voice, what would he have to do? I mean, if he broke his leg or something.
I think he was or something. He wasn't going to be able to.
So lie down on your back, be in an inversion table, and just speak into the microphone. You can't. Right. You're doing voiceovers. You don't have to do stunt work. It's an animated movie. What do you?
No, I'm talking about as Spider-Man.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
When Tobey was Spider-Man,
I was like, was he supposed to be in Strange World? Was Tobey Maguire supposed to be? I would be like, okay, that Michael J. Fox, make him be. Make him be Jake Gyllenhaal's part. It would have been great because I was kind of hoping for like an Atlantis type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was what I wanted. Treasure Planet. That's what I wanted. I wanted Treasure Planet.
We didn't get that.
We didn't get Treasure Planet. But
this was a turd.
All right, this was a turd. It was a disappointing turd. So IMDb gave this a 5.6, and I'm starting to understand why. But Rotten Tomatoes critics score 72, audience score 66. It had $135 million budget, made $73.6 million in the box office. So just barely half its money. So it definitely flopped in the theater. But yeah, I don't know. I was disappointed.
Me too.
All right, so let's look at our scores. So you gave the movie a 70, and I gave it a 67. So total average 68.5. That does exactly match what we gave Blood.
Yeah. But Blood's a way better movie.
I thought Blood was more enjoyable. I had more fun with Blood, but I think the quality is there with Strange World, but not the substance. And with Blood, the quality wasn't there, but the substance was there. Yeah. So I don't know. Forest through the trees. All right. We got two more to look at. And so let's jump right in and talk about the Fablemans, because
I love this.
I didn't think I was going to like it.
Me neither.
I'll be honest. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm still debating on whether it's a one-time watch. I did order it. And I pre-ordered it, but then they told me I wasn't going to get it until March 8th. And I was like, say what? I pre-ordered this and it's already out.
Mm-hmm.
It came out last week. So why do I not get this? And then they went, oh no, we changed our mind. You're going to get it March 3rd. And I'm like, that's still not helping me.
Fucking with the emotion.
If you're messing with me right now, because I paid regular price for this to get the 4K because I wanted the 4K. And then they went, oh yeah, maybe you'll get it on the 27th. So I might get it next week. So it was great that I was able to watch it on Vudu.
When you're talking, we went really fuzzy.
Is that better? Can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you, but I still hear the fuzziness. Can you guys hear it?
I don't hear any fuzziness. Was there any Easter eggs you found in the movie? Because if not, well, all I did was see on Disney Plus, so I don't know if there's any Easter eggs in it. Yeah, audio quality is going bad, but I can still be able to hear you both. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any issues with my audio. My internet signal's okay.
When you're talking, it goes. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Let's check. It sounds like my microphone is not plugged in all the way.
He might have kicked it. I think so. But man, while he's doing that, I'm gonna talk about Fableman. Oh, now it's starting to build. Man. I don't know what to do. Anyway, Fableman, Steven Spielberg movie. I didn't like this. But this movie had me smiling from start to finish. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, your sound kind of broke up for a second, but everything's plugged in.
Yeah, you sound real. Now when I talk now, it's all crap.
Yeah, so both of you are doing it. Yeah, it must be the stream.
Okay. Thank you. Anyway,
thanks, Evan. Sorry.
This is a fun movie. Yeah, really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I want to add this to my. I want to wait for the price of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we were dealing with the echo thing before the show even started, and we weren't able to get it fixed. So, sorry about that.
Sorry, guys.
It's a bummer, but yeah, sometimes shit happens with the internet or the stream, or StreamYard might be having an issue. We don't know. But it looks like everything's plugged in. My feeds look okay. I hearing myself okay. So it's got to be coming through. And then if you're having a problem as well, then yeah, it's got to be something with the stream or something with the internet.
It's irritating, but hey, we'll make
We're gonna deal with it. Hopefully, you guys can stick with us.
Yeah.
What's up, Nate?
What's up, Nate?
Hey, good show earlier with Tony Scott. I enjoyed that. Sorry I couldn't stay very long, but yeah, I had to get wood for my fireplace and get stuff ready for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely had our therapist moment earlier to catch you up. We talked about Aftersun. We talked about Strange World. We talked about Blood. And now we are talking the Fablemans.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was... I knew it's Spielberg, so I knew I was going to appreciate the quality of the film. But I didn't think I was going to like the story as much as I did.
Well, that kid, I fell in love with that kid, man. He was like, from his scene.
I got to agree.
All the way through.
Yeah, the theater for the first time. I felt the entire story. The entire story made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Of how he loved movies so much, and so he starts doing it himself. Like I was telling you, when I finished the movie, I was like, this could be a biopic of Spielberg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jewish boy, loves movies, decides to film movies for himself, and so I kind of got that impression. It felt like a biopic to me.
That train wreck scene with the film, when he was doing it. They're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
And then you hear the chuckle. I like that scene a lot.
Yeah. I can hear your sound breaking up now.
Oh, you can hear it now. You can hear it now.
Yeah, it's like that. What you just said now was fine, but when you said that last sentence, it was a little bit jarbled. So yeah, we're just gonna have to fight through it. We're an hour in. We got 2 more movies.
Let's just power through it.
Yeah, we're just gonna power through. I don't think there's anything we can do to fix it, except just deal with it. So, yeah, we both gave the story a 10. Rightfully so. We both gave the acting a 10. I thought Michelle Williams was great. Paul Dano was great as the dad. Yeah. Oh yeah. She was unstable at times. I didn't even mind Seth Rogen. I do not like Seth Rogen. I am not a Seth Rogen fan. I didn't recognize him at first because he's clean shaven. Fight through the audio pain. Thank you, Evan. We're doing it. We're trying to fight through the pain. Yeah, I was like, is that Seth Rogen? Because it was when he laughed that I was like, that sounds like Seth Rogen. What the hell is Seth Rogen doing in this movie? But I didn't mind it. I thought he actually did a pretty good job.
And I think that's Spielberg. I can't say his name. Pulling that out of him.
Yeah.
Because he's not a good actor.
No.
Not at all.
No, he's not a good actor. But yeah, Michelle Williams definitely some bats in the belfry with her in the movie. She was fantastic. She was really good.
And she got nominated. For this?
I think for a supporting actress. I don't know if it was an Oscar, but
she did.
Let's check. But yeah, she was amazing.
I'm gonna say it right now. I don't like her.
I don't like her personally. I didn't really care for her Marilyn Monroe thing that she did.
She's in the same boat. I'm not a fan.
Oh no, I do not like Renee Zellweger.
It's the same for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nominated for director, best achievement in music, motion picture. Yep, she's nominated for best actress. Judd Hirsch is nominated for best supporting actor. He plays the uncle, the crazy uncle from the circus.
Yeah.
And he was good. He was definitely off his rocker too. Reminds me of my stepmother and her family. There's definitely some bipolar action going on. But yeah, no, I dug the story. Am I into filmmaking like he was? No, but I do love movies, and I really loved his ingenuity. With how he was making the films. I thought that was really neat. I really enjoyed that aspect. And in the movie, he made it so it wasn't complicated. I didn't have to know a lot about filming movies to understand how he did what he did.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that.
The ending too. I don't remember what I gave it. Oh, I thought it was great. I'm not gonna spoil it. But it's a ending. Yeah, and I really liked it.
Well, yeah, it's not happy. But
that last shot.
It ends in such a way where the end justifies the means, or it all comes through. It was like, okay, now his dream is kind of coming true. It's kind of what you get, and
I'm talking about the end shot. Anything, but just the very last shot. I love that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Spielberg did an amazing job here.
If I don't want him. I want Daniel to win Best Director. They're both nominated for direction for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
I really want them to win. I really want them to win because I love it. But
we're both predicting Spielberg though.
Yeah. And if I didn't already bring in best in 2022, this would be my second favorite. It bumps Top Gun for me.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't quite bump Top Gun for me. It doesn't bump because Everything Everywhere wasn't my absolute favorite of last year, but it was close. It was definitely my biggest surprise. But I had it at number 3, and I think Fablemans comes in right below that for me.
See, I had Everywhere All at Once number 1, and Maverick number 2. I think this number 2. I love this movie.
This is good, and this will definitely make our nominations for the 2023 Lowedown Awards. This will definitely be nominated somewhere. Unless Alex steals it and votes for it like 4 times, like he did before.
We'll probably try to nominate
just Top Gun Maverick, and that's last year. You can't keep nominating that movie.
That was so funny.
But no, it was great. It was so fun having Alex and Nate on the Lowedown Awards, and you. It's the first time that it's so much better when other people show up. It really is. And because me by myself for the 2021 Lowedown Awards, it was if I was going to get depressed again, it probably would have been because of that. But I didn't. I stuck it out, and then I got drunk afterwards. So I was, I ended up being happy. Okay, so let's talk about the Fablemans. So what we have. Its budget was $40 million, which was actually less than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It made $17.1 million in the box office. Globally, it made that was domestic, so that was in the U.S. It made $17.1 million. Globally, it made $30.3 million.
It made $17 million.
Yep. It's still playing in the theaters, so there's still a chance for it to make more money. But globally, it's only made $30.3 million.
I guess I can see that.
And I was really shocked by that.
Oh.
That didn't make sense to me. But IMDb gave this a 7.6. 59,000 reviews, 59,000 ratings, 7.6. Rotten Tomato critics scored 92% for 362 reviews, 83% for audience score, over 1,000 views. Our scores, you gave it a 91. And I gave it an 88 for a total average score of 89.5.
It's a good score. Yeah. I just love this movie.
Yeah. It was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm gonna enjoy getting it on 4K. I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch on 4K. I think the sound's gonna be amazing. You know how I am about sound.
Sound whore.
Sound whore. I gotta have Dolby Atmos. So yeah. All right.
If you guys have a chance to check it out, watch it. If you love film,
yeah,
just watch this movie.
Definitely watch it. I mean, it's still playing in theaters. You can rent it on Prime. You can get it on Vudu.
Just about anywhere.
Yeah, you can pretty much rent it anywhere. I'm going to, again, put the Vudu link up for you guys. I didn't do it with Strange World because that's on Disney Plus. So.
And it sucks.
So. Well, I'm not going to say it sucks, but it was it was disappointing.
Oh, sorry. It disappointing.
It was disappointing. It didn't suck. There's movies that we've watched that suck. R.I.P. to You sucked.
Right. That shit sucked.
That shit sucked. That was bad. I hate to say it though, but I'd watch R.I.P.D. 2 before I watch Strange
I might
World
agree
again.
with you. I might agree with
I
you.
would like, no, it's not right because it's so bad, but it's just it cracks me up watching Jeffrey Donovan try to be Jeff Bridges.
I think our next movie we're gonna disagree.
We are. I don't, I don't think our scores are much different, but I think our viewpoint is different.
Because we score the movies.
We score the movies as objectively as we can, and then we talk about whether we liked or didn't like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Again, spoiler free. I'm not going to ruin this for you. If you guys want to go see it in the theater,
I recommend you go see it.
It's if you're an MCU fan, if you're still on that bandwagon. I know Rich jumped off. I'm still running alongside the bandwagon, so I'm still there. But I think it's worth seeing in the theater. It's a fun watch. It was a fun watch for me.
Let me just put it away. Oh, I saw it opening night, Friday night. And then I took my daughter. to go see it on Saturday. Say I fell 30, 40 minutes. My daughter kept waking me up. Dad. So that's pretty much sums it up. For me.
Okay. I took my daughter to see it as well. And she was literally bouncing in her seat. She was loving it so much. She was so excited, but she doesn't get to go to the movies very much anymore because her daughter's autistic, and it's really hard to. We tried that with Spider-Man: No Way Home. There was no way we were gonna get through that movie with her. But I'll say Quantumania. Is Quantumania the live action version of Strange World? Strange World is the animated version of Quantumania. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, no. That's funny. I love that statement. Still on the bandwagon, but won't see it until this weekend. Okay, that's fine. I don't think you need to rush to the theater.
Get back on.
Yeah, I don't think you need to rush to the theater to see it. But we had the opportunity Saturday. There was hardly anybody in the theater. Everybody went to see the 3D version. The 3D theaters were packed, but the regular 2D wasn't. And I'm like, I don't want to see it in 3D. Let's just watch the regular. But I'm going to try to watch the 3D tomorrow with my wife because I got to take my wife to see it because she's still on the MCU bandwagon. So I'm going to see it twice, not necessarily by choice.
The audience still is.
Yeah. I mean, most of the audience is like it's like Nickelback, to where you're like, you don't want to say you're a fan of the MCU, but you still are kind of.
I don't think it's bad.
It's not that bad. Maybe Michael Bolton, where you're like, no, I don't want to tell you, I'm not a fan of Michael Bolton, but it's on my playlist. That's just, I don't know how it got there. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed this. I had fun. I will say, in my opinion, it's just trying to establish Kang.
Because he's the big bad. This is not a spoiler.
He's going to be the big bad in the next Avengers movie. If you guys don't know, he's supposed to be the big bad in the next Avengers movie. And if you've seen Loki, you got an introduction to Kang.
Jonathan Majors
kills this. He steals the show. I mean, you're sitting there. I'm sorry. I'm sitting there and I'm watching him cry, tears coming down his face, because he's like, I don't want to do this, but it's gonna happen. So
and then he turns. Like I don't want to spoil it, but he's the bad guy in Creed 3 also.
Yeah.
And then for me, this is a Creed 3 trailer. It for me. If you've seen the movie, you know what kind of what I'm talking about. And if you have it, when you see it, because the how do you say that?
Choreography.
Yeah, there you go. And this was the end of this movie. Is fantastic. The way they Paul Rudd and him fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Yeah.
And Cassie,
Cassie
Lang was good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked her. It's a cast change. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I like that girl. I think she did a really good job. You know, and of course Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas. The cast is there. You've got all the guys. Michelle Pfeiffer, still gorgeous.
Yes, she's angelic. She's
a vampire. She's got to be. But you even I dig I like the beginning stuff, and I like the end stuff because it kind of comes full circle a little bit. And I know, and again, I don't want to spoil it, but Ant-Man has its funny parts that I enjoyed. One thing that I didn't, was like there wasn't hardly any music. I mean, there was a score, but there's usually some songs.
At the beginning and the end.
Yeah, like I said, you got one at the beginning and one at the end, and you're like, okay, but nothing during the middle. And I don't know. And you got Bill Murray. Bill Murray's got a spot in here because he wanted to be a part of the MCU, so he asked to be in Quantumania, and they're like, all right, we'll put you in there. So he's in. Huh?
And then he said he was done.
What'd you say? Yeah. No, that was it. He's like, I wanted to be in that one, and then he was like, that I don't want to be in any more comic book movies. But I like Bill Murray. I don't know if he did he do anything for me in this? No.
He was Bill Murray.
He was Bill frickin' Murray. Yeah, and I'm totally cool with that. So I gave 1 other 10 in this, and it was to cinematography because I really liked the CGI. I liked how they did that world and the characters and things like that. So I really dug that. I loved that. Listen, there's this huge fight scene at the end, toward the end, giant fight scene. Loved it. I'm just gonna say, I sat there going, first of the key, and so that's a reference to Ready Player One. In case you guys don't know, it reminded me a lot of Ready Player One.
I see it.
My daughter caught it because I said first of the key, and she said first of the egg, and then we both started laughing, and then the person behind us said shh. The one place where hardly anybody in the theater, there's a person sitting right behind us.
Don't you hate that?
And I'm like, come on. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. So let's take a look at what IMDb said. And first of all, there is what was I could not find a budget for it, but I'm pretty sure it's extensive, like over 200 million.
It exceeded its opening weekend.
It did. So opening weekend, it made 105 million domestic.
Yeah, I think they were projecting 90.
Yeah, I think they were projecting like 97 or 95 or something like that. So 105. So far, that's as of today, 118 million domestic, 357.3 million globally. So it's doing pretty good.
And this is why they
keep
Marvel movies.
This is why they keep making it. It makes money. People throw their wallets at it. I'm gonna keep throwing my wallet at it, and and people will pay the $14 for a ticket to see it in 3D. I'm gonna pay $8 tomorrow because it's a special Tuesday special. So I get the 3D price for $8. But IMDb gave this a 6.6. which I think it's a little low, but I kind of get it. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 47%.
I think it's the lowest.
Which they've been, yeah, but they shit on the MCU a little bit. Excuse me, audience score 84%. So the audience is liking it on Rotten Tomatoes. You gave Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania 73, and I gave it an 80 for a total average score of 76.5.
I mean, it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah. So, and it's kind of interesting because this was the exact difference, only the other way, or almost exact, to Aftersun.
Oh, was it?
You went 80. Yeah, you went 80. I went 74 with Aftersun. I went 80. You went 73 with Ant-Man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors is great.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if the movie was too long. It was just barely 2 hours.
Yeah,
I actually thought
it was like 205. I think 205.
Yeah, I think the length was fine.
Yeah, it was just boring.
But
boring.
I wasn't bored. I enjoyed it.
The middle for me.
They drew that out a little bit. I would have liked.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's that? Go ahead.
Oh, I'll just say I'm falling in love with Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, me too. I was like, he's good. I really like him. And then to see him in Devotion was really good.
He was good there too.
And I'm really excited to see him in Creed 3. I think he's an amazing actor.
Me too.
I would love to see an Oscar nomination for him in the future.
I can see it. I really can see it. I think he won an Emmy for it, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. I think he did win an Emmy, or at least nominated.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they canceled it. Why not let that continue? I thought that show could have kept going. Yeah, they were just like, no, we're done. I thought for sure there was going to be a second season.
I think I might have took away as good as it was. Just a one and done. Kind of like Watchmen. I love the Watchmen.
Yeah, I bought it, but I still haven't seen it because I knew I was going to like it. Yeah, I've got it.
And this is going to sound
sad. Issue with Ant-Man, they're truly trying to make him kid-friendly Deadpool. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I see that too. I didn't even stay.
But
stay for the end tag trailer, whatever you want to call it. I was like,
I would love to see. And there's 2 post-credit scenes. Just so you guys know, there's a mid-credit and an end-credit scene.
I liked the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, I like the mid-credit scene. I like the end-credit scene too. I kind of dug that. It kind of threw back a little bit to Loki, which is because I don't know, you need that. If you guys haven't watched Loki kind of gives you an idea as to who Kang is, a little bit, and
Yeah, and I wasn't a fan of Loki show.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed Loki, but I don't know, there were things about it. Why is it that Loki has all these different timelines and they look different,
but no one else does?
But other ones in the multiverse, they kind of all look the same unless they're made of paint. So yeah, the last one is supposed to be introducing Loki season 2. That makes sense. That from what I saw, that would make sense to me. But yeah, all right. What do you say we get out of here, bro? I think that was good.
Go see Ant-Man if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you're any type of MCU fan, check it out. Yeah. I know Dell's gonna wait till next weekend to watch it. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
I everybody enjoys every movie they watch. Every movie. I know that's impossible.
Yeah.
I know that's impossible to do. But we always want you to enjoy it.
Yeah, we always at least make it worth the price of the ticket. And I hope that we don't all get the luxury of having our daughter work in a movie theater so we can see movies for free. But I'm actually thinking of getting the unlimited membership because now I'm going to be watching at least 2 movies a week. Because the weather as it is, I'm not going to be playing disc golf anytime soon. So my Saturdays are going to be spent probably indoors. So Tuesdays and Saturdays, I'll probably be at the movies watching stuff in the theater.
I think I'm going to try to hit Cocaine Bear this weekend. I'm not trying to hit that.
Okay. I might hit Cocaine Bear this weekend too. But yeah, it'll be Ant-Man again tomorrow, then maybe Cocaine Bear this weekend. But let's recap our scores. So Blood and Strange World both got a 68.5. Aftersun's total was 77. Fableman's total 89.5. That's our winner this week.
And
rightfully so. And then Ant-Man was 76.5. Check that. That's off the top of my head. Yes, 76.5 for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So good scores this week, bro. I really like it. Fablemans was a very big surprise, so I was really enjoying that. Thanks, Del. I appreciate it, brother. So coming up next week, we're going to look at some more movies. I think we're going to check out Babylon.
Yeah.
And give that one a review. So stay with us. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for sticking around.
You guys sticking through all the audio.
Yep. Thanks, Evan.
Thank
appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
I wish we could just go in and fix the audio problems. And once it's left our hands, then there's really nothing we can do about it except tough it out. I hope it sounds better now. It seems to sound better to me. At least Rich sounds better to me. No,
you're still crackling.
Oh, well, crap. But I also have a cold, so that might be part of it too.
Yeah.
It's not the cold. You sound mechanical, dude. All right.
Yeah. And I'm still
Yeah, great. All right. So on that note, we're going to take off.
Thank you for watching.
But yeah, tune in next Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 8 Mountain Time for our next episode of By the Numbers. We're going to look at some more new releases.
And this
coming
Thursday.
Yeah, coming up this Thursday. Good job, bro. You were on it. Coming up this Thursday, we're going to do another top 10. We're going to do our top 10 movies beginning with the letters Y and Z. So that was a great list.
It was.
There was some fun. There were some fun picks. Maybe a clunker here and there.
Yeah, there's a couple clunkers. One on your end, one on my end, and one on my end.
Yeah, there was.
I apologize, Dave.
Yeah. Also, I like sharing the total scores and not each individual score helps the flow. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. If you have a few minutes tomorrow, I'm having Mika on Movie Swap. I love Mika.
Yeah. What time?
Yeah, is it a live stream? I think you do a live stream for Movie Swap, right? If so, yeah, what time is it tomorrow? You guys go check out Dell's stuff. I like that he's doing live streams.
Dell's awesome.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
All right, well, we're waiting. So yeah, Thursday. Are we going 8 p.m. your time?
Yeah, we'll go 8.
Okay, so 8 p.m. your time on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do our top 10. So we each pick 6 movies. And yeah, 9 Eastern live stream tomorrow. You guys check it out, 6 p.m. Pacific. Go to Dell on Movies channel and check that out. Mika is awesome. I can't wait to... I will unfortunately be out because it's date night, so I don't get to watch any live streams. So he'll catch it live. I'll catch the replay on Wednesday. But hopefully you guys can stick with us on Thursday. We'll have the audios fixed by then. Hopefully working. But if if I have too much snow and I lose my internet, then we may have to postpone.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I think California just is like, oh my God, it's going to snow. The world's coming to an end. We're thinking it's day after tomorrow, and it's probably just going to be like snow. But I'm looking forward to it. I love to have the snow, especially because here in California it doesn't stick. It's not something that's really that much of a bother. But yeah, I think we can bail for this week. We'll figure out what movies we're gonna watch other than Babylon.
Yeah.
And anything else? I don't know. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with us through the audio issues. Be safe. Enjoy each other. Enjoy family. Because you don't know how long you're gonna have them. So I can't say that enough. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. Yeah, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't let I'm gonna get real for a minute again. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't let grudges hold out. Forgive and forget. Move on. So if you're mad at a family member, you're not talking to them, mend that fence because you don't know how long you're going to have with them. I lost my mother when I was 21, and there isn't a day that goes by that I don't miss her. So, and I've talked to people that are like, oh, I don't talk to my mother anymore. She doesn't agree with my life and this and that. I was like, oh man, you got to fix that. You just got to. You can't go. If your parents, if your loved ones, siblings, or whatever, if they're still alive and you're not talking to them, call them. Just just tell them you're thinking of them. But I'm going to leave you at that.
No, that's perfect, man. That's the perfect way to end.
Thanks, brother.
You guys take care.
Take care. Have a good week. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.